is everyone? Got a little bit of announcement to make, nothing serious, but just thought like I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. Can you guys all hear me clearly? And please interact with me, leave me some question or send me hearts or like. And hello Costa Rica, hello. I would like to say hello back, but sometimes I might not know how to pronounce your name, so if I pronounce your name wrong, please forgive me. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hello Nancy. Winoa, hello. Oh, that one from Costa Rica. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Hi Gina. Hi from Florida. Right, okay, there are some sort of I'm good, thank you Gina. I hope you're well too. There's some like kind of little announcement, and just want to talk to you guys. Hi. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully like more people will join us. How is everyone? Today I have the heating on here, so I'm quite warm. Hi from North of Africa. Hi. Have you guys watched my other demo videos? I hope you guys enjoy them. And okay, I think I'm going to make some announcement. Oh, did you guys see my post about lips? Like these? Can you see? And this one I haven't posted yet. It's kind of like kissed lips. Actually, oh, it's okay. Oh, thank you, Gina. I love the bunnies. Hi from Holland. For the people who just joined me, I have said at the beginning, if I cannot pronounce your name, forgive me, and I'll just leave me a message, leave me a hello, and I will reply to you after the video and stuff. And if I catch your question during the demo, I will answer you straight away. If I don't answer you, probably I have missed your questions or hi. And yes, and this one, don't know if you can see. Let me, if I can put a polystyrene behind. Right, can you see? Right, okay. Hi. And so the announcement is as much as I love to do demo, and I will still continue to do it, I still need to pay my bills. So I have decided I'm going to start a membership scheme. It's kind of like $5 a month with Patreon, and I think it might start at $1 Patreon, and I haven't set it up yet. I'm thinking to do that. So for more kind of like advanced details tutorial, you can join the my Patreon account once I have opened it, and every month I will put some more difficult or more advanced video on my Patreon account. It's about like $5 a month, And you can start or you can cancel your membership. It's quite straightforward and easy. So the first lot of tutorial on there will be lips on faces, how I make them, the realistic looking. Hi. Yeah, so I will still do like video on YouTube and demo here, but that will be for more basic stuff. So hopefully you guys will join me on my Patreon account, and I will set it up probably next week, and I will post the lips tutorial there. And yeah, so hopefully you guys can join me there. Hi from Peru. Okay, so today we are going to make a basic figurine of the I think it called DoDo, the bird from Alice in the Wonderland. So with my Patreon, the membership account, and I have quite an interesting lineup tutorial I want to show you guys in that account. So there will be, after this tutorial and after, hi Mona, after the lips tutorial, so every month there will be a few tutorials go up there, and it will be much better camera than this, because for live I have to use my camera at the moment. So with my Patreon account, it will be filmed with proper video camera, and it will be much close up how I make things. And I think they do live video there as well. So if you become my member with Patreon, probably when there's a live come up, they will send you a notification, and I will announce it on Facebook or Instagram anyway. And so yeah, I'm making the DoDo bird from Alice in the Wonderland today, and then the rest of the series with Alice and the Twin and Humpty Dumpty and the Queen, and those stuff will be lined up with my membership scheme with my Patreon account. So stay tuned, and I will, let's see how many people join the Patreon, and then I'll put some interesting stuff on there. There will be probably a cat in an armor on a horse, something different, like not things that you see all the time. So it will be quite interesting. Hi. So we will be using Saracino modeling paste again, and I have mixed the Saracino blue and Saracino yellow to make it pale blue. Don't know if you can see the color, very pale blue, and Saracino yellow. I mean, it comes in this kind of sharp yellow, but I mix it with white, so make it like dull it down a bit. And then we will paint the beak a little bit, and then we're going to use some edible dust color, the blue, and a bit of yellow for the DoDo. Eileen, oh, thank you so much. Hopefully you will like the tutorials. So I will announce on my, on here, Facebook page, and also announce on my Instagram account when the my Patreon is available. I mean, if it didn't happen, probably it's because of technical issue. I might change my platform. So, and talking about platform, I am doing online classes, but I'm still deciding this. Really can't speak today. I'm deciding which platform I'm going to use. So I will do an online class for sale on the wafer paper flowers penny. Roses, I'm not sure, because I try not to do what other cake artists have done. I think with respect, I would like to do something other people haven't done before. So I don't want to kind of like seem like a copy. So my stuff will be slightly different than other people, and probably I might do. It won't be a tutorial, but it might be a online how I do the my figurine, a little bit simplified one, but it won't be like a demo, it will be an online class. So you will learn from it, but it's like, you know those figurines that fly and anti-gravity, those one, I think you will be best to learn from my class, so you have to attend my class, really. Let me see if, give me a second, let me see if I can kind of find the figure. I'm back. Right, I wasn't going to. Hi from New York. Hi from Greece. Hi from Wales. Right, okay, so the people who just joined me, I'm just talking about my, talking really fast, my Patreon membership account. And what I'm going to say is there are quite a lot of interesting, a little bit more advanced tutorial. I mean, for Facebook demo, because it's like 1 hour slot or hour and a half, sometimes hour and 45 minutes, I know it's long. But I like to do things my way, and sometimes it might not be the fastest way to do, but that's the way I do things. And it's hard to squeeze a day of a class to hour and a half tutorial. So the announcement for that is the online class, there will be this type of figurine. Let's do a close-up. As I say, will be like I need to find a platform to sell my online class yet. There are two that I am interested, but I am not sure which platform I'm going to use yet. And then the other one is this one I have made for Saracino modeling page. This is the coming tutorial, but I don't know when this tutorial will be coming out, but I'm going to show you anyway. So this is kind of like a speed tutorial for Saracino, and it's coming out, and it's for free for Saracino. So you will need to stay tuned. When is it coming out with Saracino? Because I made it for them. Right. So this is free for Saracino. But this is what I'm going to say. With my online class, I'm going to teach you my way of doing figurine, how fast I can make a figurine look like this, and I will teach you all my tricks. But same again, I have to find an online platform where I'm going to sell my tutorial first. So I will announce it here or on Instagram once the online class is ready. Please get back in. But anyway, so there they are. Hi from Australia. Let me see if I have missed any. Eileen, can't wait. I would love to learn from that because she's great. Yes, so that will be an online class, and I like to do things like the wind. I change all the time. I change direction all the time. So you don't know, maybe on my Patreon account, the monthly membership, sometime I might just drop a little video in, like a surprise video for you guys. Okay, I think I just broke something. Oh, I broke her bowl. Let me fix her later. Oh no. Okay, let me put them away. You can stay there. Oh wow. Okay. There's a lot of talking. Okay, so we're going to start. Hi from Portugal. Okay. For the people who just joined me, I was just talking about my online classes and Patreon, and this video, when it finishes, it will play back on Facebook again, so you can watch back what I've been talking about. Okay, I was just looking at the clock. Can't see the clock because I block it off. Right, okay, I am going to turn my camera down. Oh, let me put those faces away. Ooh. Bear with me. Oh my god, I am so sorry, apology. Right, okay. My god, it stressed me out. Right, okay, so let's see if this is any good. Right, so if I stick with these. Drama. Hi, Mexico. Hi. Yes. I am sweating. You know, this camera thing made me so stressed. So with the Patreon, my membership account, so with your support, hopefully, I can get better equipment for live. I mean, for video, I already have a good camera for it, so that is fine. Hi. Right, okay, so I have some pale blue, let me see, okay, pale blue, blue mixed with white Saracino modeling paste. Katrina, oh, you're welcome. I mean, I will continue to do the demo, but it's just, I was saying, out of respect, I try not to do what other people have done. So with this lockdown, there are quite a lot of people have done a lot of demo, and there are loads of flower tutorials out there. There's loads of figurine tutorial out there. So it is getting a bit hard to think what to make, especially I need to make it within, let's say, the longest hour and a half. Right, okay, roll out a ball, get rid of all the crease, and if you can't get rid of all the crease sometime, don't worry about it. You have the crease either on the bottom of something or on top of something where you put another item on so you can hide the crease. I have softened the paste on microwave for a few seconds, maximum like 4 or 5 seconds. And okay, roll out a ball. I always say this, start off with a ball and then make it like an oval shape, like that. And then use your palm about 1/3 there, roll there. Hi Marina, thanks for tuning in. Right, so I want the DoDo couple. I don't know what is the right way to pronounce it. I want the DoDo but quite round and chubby. So continue to do that, but mainly the curve is like this and the base is just a little bit like this. Okay, then you push that up like this. And then from there, make it, use your palm, make it like this. So I think I am quite happy with that. Maybe a little bit longer, the neck. So it's like this. And then now I am going to, my hand is a bit sticky. I think I'm just going to lay that on the side. Quite a few people ask me like, oh, how do you make no flat bases and stuff? Use your cornflower pouch and then kind of make a shape of a dent or I don't know, something like that, and then you put it on, and then normally it won't give you a how to say it, a flat base. So you put it like this because gravity will drag the head down. So you want to turn and then have the neck pointing down like this, and just leave it like that for a little bit. Let's see. Rugby player, I'll think about that. What is on the table? Is that a mat? Yes, it's a cutting mat. How many grams? I don't really measure my paste because it really depends on how big or small you want to make it. I mean, you just judge it by proportion. So maybe in the membership Patreon, I might do the weight thing, but today I don't have the weight, so I can't weigh the paste for you. Right, so we have done the body, and we are going to move on to the leg. I mean, in proportion wise, so imagine the bird is like this, and then you want the leg How about that? Turn it upside down, so it kind of like that. What are you making? Hi Jillian, I am making a DoDo. I don't know the name. From Alice in the Wonderland. So make a triangle like that, and then it have 3 fingers at the front and then 1 at the back. So while you're doing that, push it at the front and then make it at the back. DoDo. DoDo, I don't know. DoDo. So the back, this is the back. And then you want to cut like, let me see if I can move better that way. DoDo, Gina, thank you. Is it better? I think this is better. Right, okay, so I think I cut the middle toe. I don't know what you call it. So you start off with a triangle. DoDo, thank you, Gina. Saracino is really good because it's so soft. So after you cut it, you go like this. I mean, I don't want it too pointy. I think that is too long. Sometimes, you see, this is like about proportion. It's like if I measure it, it might not end up the same. I might cut it even smaller, I'm not sure yet. So like that. And then make a man, but I am not going to keep that. I'm going to cut that off. Oh, you can't win with this weather because it is cold. I put on the central heating and now I'm so hot and my hand is sweating. Right, just dab myself with some corn flour. So try to make the other side. I find it hard myself, I don't know you guys, that to make things exactly the same. too much paste, but you can see you can just squeeze and turn where you want it, but the basic shape to start off with is a triangle. If I cut that off, it'll be easier to see. Same again, push that to the front and then make at the end. I mean, you can do individual toes or claw, I don't know what you call it, and then stick it on after. But I like things have no seam. Same again, one cut. And the reason I start off with such a big paste is because sometimes if you cut things too small, then you can kind of borrow some paste from the original lump, and then you can work yourself back to the correct volume, if that makes sense. Oh, hi, Beta. Look, I just look at the message and then it's just too long. Anyway, I'll cut it in a minute. And then roll the, get rid of all the sharp bit. I don't know if you can hear some drilling since the lockdown finish. Don't know, somewhere along here, quite close to me, have started to do building work. But I don't want it too sharp. That bits look a bit scary. And you want the tool on the side a bit kind of shorter. Okay, not exactly the same, but like I said, I never make two exactly the same anyway. So I'm gonna leave it. I mean, when you're at home, you have time. You can do it a lot longer. And then put it next to each other. And then make sure you have no paste excess showing on there. Round off all the edges, and then I will push. Oh, my hands are sticky. I mean, if you guys like the video, please share it for me. So this is the base for the barbecue stick to go in. I think this is a bit big. My hand is a bit warm today, I was just saying. So things might not look as neat as normal. Okay, and then we will slightly curl them. Probably won't show anyway, but okay. And then we will locate it. Still a bit big. Right, I want to squeeze because it still looks a bit big to me. Right, okay. Then wow, this is far too big. Give me a second. This is how I take off paste if my things are too big. Anyway, I will sort them out later. Okay, so this is the body, let's say. So we want it kind of off there. Let me put them there. I want it there. So make sure you have a pre-poke hole. And then you want your pole. You always want your pole all the way down to the base, so that it have the full support. And then you will have it kind of like halfway there. So we will say there. And then that's there. And then I'll put it. And you want it like slightly at an angle, so that when you push the paste down, it kind of gives a kind of like a barrier for the paste not to slide down. And then I'll go up there. Wow, massive difference. The front is okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to do it because I'm not happy with it. So let me see. Okay. Closer. So I haven't made this before, so I am making it as I go along. Ooh. I mean, when you reshape your items, always find the easiest point to take off the paste, so that you don't show your knife mark or something. How do you say it? Okay, this is now better. So I am going to poke it through like that, and then put it back into the hole. Oh, forgot, I need to add some water. So where it joined, add some water. mean, the leg is quite short, so get some yellow paste, roll it out like this. And then hi. Oh, Joan, I'm better, thank you. And then use another barbecue stick. My hand is so sticky. To pre-drill the hole first. I mean, this is far too long anyway, but I'm going to put it in and then cut it. Right, with water, slightly join it together. I mean, there will be lines drawn on it anyway, so don't worry if your joint is not pretty, because I'm going to score a line on it. I really want music in the background. Normally when I work, I mean, do you guys have music when you work? I mean, I have music on when I work, but because Facebook Live, if I have music, they probably will take down my video, so quite boring. Okay, get the paste off. Always listen to music. Yeah, it's so boring without music, right? Right, with this, anything if you do with circular thing, it's best to do a sausage and then have a little bit more, and then put in your steak and then roll on the steak, and it always gives you a perfect finish. I mean, in this case, not really, because we're going to mark it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I forgot to say again. So make sure you have the hole first, so when you put it on, it's much easier. Well, it definitely doesn't need that long, does it? Now that I know. Right, when it is warm, your paste will be really soft, like what I have now. Oh my god. What do I listen to? Anything. Depends on what I fancy on that day. Most of the time I listen to pop music. There's something like that I don't need to think about. Same again, just lightly join the joints. Hello from USA. Hi, thanks for joining us. Right, all I have is water and it will join the seam together. Actually, you can pull it out and do it that way. I mean, you can do it as one, but I find it do it this way is easier. Like you can do the whole fit at one. Okay. Right. Okay. So sticky. Oh, that's firm up now. So if it is sticky and too soft, put some corn flour on it. That's not joined properly yet. Right, like I said, because I'm going to draw a line on it, it doesn't matter if it, like you can spend time to make it perfect, but because we are on a time scale here, does anyone watch Wallace and Gromit, the chicken run? I love that. I love any animation, you know. Love it, just love it. Oh yeah, with the toe, maybe give it some definition. So use your finger at the back while you're doing it, or you can do it on there. And then just do some line, but I do it here because you guys can see it. Okay, don't forget the one at the back. Always forget where the hole is. Okay, do the other side. If your paints are like too soft to work on, just leave it on the side. It's like it was really soft and it flopped. Look, it kind of firm up for you already. Well, for me. Do the same to there. Hi, for the people who just joined me, I can see the number have gone up. Do you make your own cornflower pouch? No, this one is bought because it looked good. But I do have one, I make it myself. I got some kind of like a rabbit pattern socks, brand new. And I like the pattern so much. So I put corn flour in and then use an elastic band, you know, the band that you tie your hair with. And I tie it and then I use that, but like for demo and stuff I won't use that because it's just look not so professional if I use that. So it's like this. Hi from Italy. We're making DoDo today from Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so now you can see this is firm up already. And then if you want it to soften up again, put it in your hand and warm it up a little bit. But I don't really want to. So, let me see. I think it need to more of a shape. You see what I did there? I want it like a shape, and pre-drill it, because once it dry, the weight on it, it might like harder for you to take it out to put on a cake or something. Okay. Okay, better. I think that's better. And then you want it like that. There you go. So from the front, it looked like this. Wow, it is soft. I mean, this paste is really good. Normally, it let me play with it for a while before it dry. So if you want more definition, use your tool to go in like that. Okay. Then, I think, I wasn't going to, but then I'm thinking, should we give him a waistcoat or something? Let's have some white paste. So it's like this at the moment. Oh, actually, let's do the tail first. Otherwise, I will forget. So get some same color with the body. Hi, Claudia. Thanks for tuning in. Right, so start off with a ball. My hand is sticky. Then roll it to kind of like a teardrop, like that. And then you want the end, like that. Teardrop, and then it have a shape like this. And then find a tool which look like a hand, and it have lines on there. I mean, normally it come with the bigger tool you have, and it have that at the end. You can use that as well. But this smaller size have it's nicer with the smaller figurine. And then I will just put it on there, and then do some lines, and then just drag it. And then flatten it. It'll give me enough paste. And then, if you want, you can do it on the body as well. Just some. Let me get closer. Okay. I mean, you can do it when it is soft, but I prefer do it this way because then, how to say it? I won't, because it's firm already, keep the shape for me. Or you can use something like a scallop and do individual feathers, but I'm trying to be quick, so I'm not going to do that. And make sure you do it like different directions so it doesn't look too, how to say it, too formal. If you go one direction. So it's a tool like this with lines. This come in a set. You can get in a set, but like I said, the bigger set, the yellow one, normally when you buy a set, it comes with something like this anyway. So do a kind of like a crisscross random lines everywhere. I mean, body wise, probably you don't need to, but I just do it to show you guys. Because I'm going to give it kind of like a little waistcoat, you probably won't see that bit anyway, but you want to do it all over so that, I mean, my motto with doing cake is you try to have your model as clean cut as possible, and it gives you less trouble when you're finishing the product or you're figuring anyway. So let's say if I put a waistcoat there, if I don't do it all over, I might have missed a bit. Then when you put a line there, then it doesn't look natural. Anyway, go back to that. So this is the tail I have done. I mean, you can drag it a little bit longer. So I make a little bit more. So just random, because you want a feel at the end. Teardrop. Like this. And like that. I mean, it doesn't. You just start off with a teardrop. And then, where did I just put that? I put it back. Silly me. And then you just do it. So with this is thinner on the edges, keep the thickness in the middle so it gives it support, and then the end of the feather make it thin. Like that. And then once you've done that, then you want to elongate it. You just slightly pull it, and then if you mess up the pattern, just go back on. And then if it is too long or too big, I want this one a bit longer. And then leave it on the side. Same again. I mean, this one, if you didn't do if you have seam, doesn't matter. Just use it for the end. If you have seam there, doesn't matter because we are going to get rid of the seam. So teardrop, a little bit thinner at the end. Leave yourself a lot more at the front there. So when you kind of like you have more control on how much you want to drag the paste. So do the middle lightly and then do the side. And then the edge, drag it. I mean, you can make it like ragged, is that a word? So you want quite a feel. Right, for the people who just joined me, just earlier on at the beginning, I have made an announcement. I will probably open a Patreon account, and it's a membership scheme. And then every month I will put like different content in it. Sometimes I will put some bonus feature in it. It's like, I didn't say it earlier. I will put some I used to work in a cake shop, and we do a lot of cakes, and it's calf cake. So I might put some calf cake tutorial on the membership scheme on my Patreon account as well. We'll see how many people join, and then the more people join, the more I'll put on it. Okay, I think that's enough. And then that is to go to the middle of the bum there. Okay? So, quite happy with that. So I'm going to cut it off. I have some 24 gauge wire here, the different length, but you don't need it that long. So I'm going to cut them. So I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think half will be good. How I gauge what wire to use is, when you use a wire and the thing that which is holding it droop, that means your wire is not thick enough. Add some water. And then put it in. Think halfway, and then leave that much. And then make it pointy. And if you mess up the pattern, do that again. And if you look, if I poke it out, don't worry, don't panic. Put some more water, go back in, and pass the point that you poke out. Squeeze the end. Mara, oh, thank you. I hope you're enjoying the tutorial or demo. I quite like this color. Right. I'm not sure how, like I said, this is my first time making it, so I'm not sure how it looks. So I am going to leave them for a little bit, let it firm up a little. I mean, it won't dry straight away, but then it will firm up for me while they are on the wire. So I might make more. 1, 2, 3. So it probably go like this. 4, 5. Not sure yet. Or like this. Oh, you can't see. There. So it might be like this. Or we'll see. Leave it on the side. Okay, so that's done. Now we will move on to a waistcoat, I think. let's give it a black waistcoat, shall we? With waistcoat you should have a kind of like a shirt at the front. Okay. Let's do that. Let me clear the table a little bit. Too much stuff everywhere. Okay. Now, control. With this, you want to have it as not as thin, because too thin, the color will show through. So you find the front. Lift this. And then you want to give it a good cut there. Some black on there. Right, and then you want to cut kind of like a V shape. Hold on, let me see. I think from there, so I'll mark it with my finger, and to there. So this is kind of quite a dapper. Do quite dapper. Dapper DoDo. DoDo. Right, put some water there. Same again like last time I said, don't put too much on the edges. Just put enough for it to stick down so that you know what you're doing, where it is going. Let me see. Right, so I want my waistcoat to come down there. So I think the neckline is a bit too high. See, if you put water all the way, then when you pull it away, the paste will stick to it, and then you won't have a clean surface. I'm going to use scissors. Quite straight. Quite happy. Okay. Like this. Look like nappy. And then I will use this, find the middle. Need water there. And then join it together. A bit wonky the line, but it doesn't matter. It's a cloud. So clouds have movement, never really strict. So we will have some. I always start like kind of like middle, so I know where to space my button. Right there. There you go. Okay. Right, the paste that you cut on the side, don't scrunch them up. We will need to use it in a minute, or it might not be long enough. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so now we will move on to the black paste. So make sure your table don't have any white or any other color. The only thing is, after you do it with black, it always kind of the color come off to your hand. Put some corn flour. How is everyone? You still enjoying the demo? Right, so I want it like kind of like that. So I make sure the width is enough for it. Oh yeah, back in the days, make myself sound really old. I used to design clothing, and I have a shop. I sell what I design as well, so I kind of know how clothes put together. But with clothes, right, actually quite simple. If you imagine, if you have played puzzle before, then it's kind of just like pieces kind of pieced together. Right, okay, I think I'm happy with it. And then you put it on there. Make sure it's long enough. I think it's quite good. Right, with this one, the top, you can make it square. I mean, try to have your edges cut before you put on, and then it kind of gives you a better finish. Right, you want it overlap a little. I mean, you can have you can do it like separate, have a line in the middle. I mean, sometimes blazer or waistcoat, they do have a joint in the middle. But I am trying to do it in one piece. And then mark it. Whatever you have marked one side, it should reflect on the other side, or not. Let me see. So it's like a curve. And then when you're happy with it, okay, so I'm happy with it. I'm going to put some water and stick part of it down in case I need to lift it back up. So some there, some on the neckline, and some on the other side. So I have it quite long. And then you can see where the seam is. And you want to, with a clean cut, I always use scissors. So it kind of stopped there. Like that. And then do a sharp edges like that. And then use the water on the black, not on the white. So give it a little movement there, open it up, like that. So we will do the same side on here. Oh, I need to close it so that I know where to go. Oh no, this one too short. Okay, not bad. Like that. Stressful. Black is always really stressful because black always the color go onto the white or something like that. Okay, now we are going to add the collar. So I have something like this. I don't really know how gentleman top look like, but I just make it as I go along. So you want to look like that, I guess. I mean, you can have the collar first, but I want to see how it look first. So before I put it on, don't know why today everything is far too big when I make it. Okay, I'm happy with that. So once you find your shape, cut yourself another one. Use the one you cut as a guide. Make sure they don't stick together though, otherwise you can't use it. Right, something like that. Some water there, some water there. Right, it doesn't have to be that long, so you just cut it at an angle. I'm so hot in here. Can't believe I'm saying that myself. Okay. Tuck it behind. And then close that back up. I mean, if you want at home, you can give it a bow or bow tie or something like that. But I am going to leave it like this today. And then probably give it button. You probably won't see it anyway, but more detail you give it, the better it will look. Okay, let me put this away. Where's the lid gone? Right, the black. How is everyone? Are you still with me? Or you guys gone already? Okay, now let's see how this go. Right, so now it is much more firmer than before. I will bend it like that. I probably will make a mess, but we will see. I think I like to look like that, so I'm going to find your middle for your biggest one, and then do the hole so that it's easier to put in the wire. Okay. Hi, Cara. Oh, thank you, Eileen. So I will put them a little bit on top of each other. It's kind of like overlapping each other. Don't worry if your wire is showing, just use your finger, push it back up so the wire go back inside. Don't know why this remind me of Can Girl. Used to once I went to Paris and went to Moulin Rouge and see them. Interesting, very interesting. So this one I will, if you squeeze the edges more, it will give you an illusion they are thinner. That go there. Another long video. I am not apologizing today because I'm thinking like, oh no, the wire is coming out. Okay, that's better. That's better. I mean, you will still have time to maneuver your feather. It's like probably after the demo I'll be like, oh, I don't like it, let me move it that way. Oh, but I don't think I will actually today. I will leave it. Right, if you have squeezed it and make your pattern disappeared, just use your tool, put it back on again. I love this paste. It's so good. Right, because it's still soft, it's move a little. I need to do it this way. Okay. You see that one? The wire have come through. Just make sure your wire not too long. Otherwise, you'll be like me, poking out now. But it's okay. Just put it back in and wait for it to dry. Oh, please be good. Today is not my day. Right, like I said, I have to, when there's a hole, use your tool, push your paste back together. And borrow paste wherever there is spare and press it down. And then the hole will disappear. Okay, I think the hole is not deep enough for it to go in. Okay. Please don't poke out again. Okay, finally. And then use your tool to push the paste towards the body. And try to close all the gap. I mean, you can put more on, but I will just put 3. To give it more dimension, it's best they are not touching, so from the distance you see they are layering. Okay, let's move on to, okay, let's breathe. Let's move this on the side. It's just too much stuff. Okay, now we are moving on to the beak. The head, the beak. So you see with DoDo, it kind of curved like that, and then the face actually is on there, and then it come out like a cylinder, come out, and then with a really hook beak. So I will start off with this ball, and then I will eyeball to see. So you want something like that to start off with, then squeeze it, and then squeeze it and point it like this. Basically something like this. But this is far too big, I think. But then the DoDo have quite a big beak anyway, so it's narrow. Right, so it's big on the front, like that, big on the front, so you squeeze the neck of that. It's like making a bird. And then when you are happy, I will cut it off. There. Don't know if I've cut too much off, but we will soon see. So in proportion, it looks like this. And I'll show you how I borrow the paste to make it onto the head. Bit squashed there. Okay, so we have something like this. So on top it look like this, and then my hand is not. So, and then I want to keep the front part look like this, because I'm looking at the reference now. And then I want it more kind of shape there. And then it go back up. Okay, so I will use the biggest bottle. My hand is sticky, so I'm using this. Not the biggest, maybe too big. That one. And then I'm going to do this. So that when it sits onto the head, it's better. Okay, and I think I can make that bit a little bit more narrow. Okay. So it like a mask. I'm dragging more paste on the side. Okay. Once you're happy with it, leave that. And then we will use a cocktail set. This time I won't use a wire because, as I said, this is much heavier. So I'm going to use this. And I am going to try to do it like this. Can you see? Oh, am I out? I'm trying to do it like this if possible. Oh. So I'm going to cut it there. Hi, for the people who just joined me. How are you guys doing? Okay. Right. This is the part. Right, find the middle point of that. But because you want it kind of like underneath and up, so you go kind of underneath and then up. So you're aiming for there. You see how that is? Right, once you are like that, then I will put some water there. Oh yes, water there as well, I forgot. And then we will want to put a hole in first, so that is easier. It might not right, but doesn't matter, don't worry. It will work out at the end. Right, I think it's easier like that. Let's see. Let's chance it. Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad at all. So once you are happy with it, put because I'm sweaty, I'm hot, and the paste is a bit soft, so I am putting some corn flour on there. And then when it is on the front, make sure that 2-part the cheek is going that way. So I'm dragging the paste from the front towards the back. So that's why when you doing your piece, make sure you give yourself enough paste to play with. And then I will cut that a little because it doesn't look like this. I don't really know how it looks, but I think aim for a kind of like a point curve on the front to make it look cute, I guess. So on the side it look like this now. Okay. I will do a little bit more, a little bit later. So I'm looking at the picture now. The mouth actually does not go down that much, so I will need to cut from there and then to there. I mean, like I said before, I haven't made this one before, so I'm making it with you guys as I go along. I don't like to make things twice, really. Right, it might not be clean cut because I wasn't going to cut, but then now I decided to cut, so... Okay, let's cut it. Oh, I'm so messy. Where's my knife? Okay. Okay. Get a sharp knife. Sharp knife, always good. Cut a little bit shorter because then you can smooth your paste to the where you want it. Seriously, people always say women can multitask. I am not one of them. As you can see, I cannot do things and talk at the same time. Okay, so smooth the edges. Okay, once you are kind of happy, I think I'm happy. I don't know. Let me see the reference. I think that can come round a bit more. Make it like round. So make sure you do one side, you do the other side. So more like this now. Okay, now we will move on to the mouth. So you remember the front of the beak is quite big. So I have it quite pointy. And then, how do you say it? Right, so while you're doing that, make it like, can you say point down, like that? And then use your finger, like rest your finger underneath and then roll it there a little bit. Side profile is like this. So rest your finger there and roll your finger there. Okay? I was going to put this on my Patreon account, but then I was like, let's do it here so you guys can see. So I want the front to look more obvious. So I give it some lines there. Right, in kind of real, there is some line there, so I'm not quite bothered with how it look. And then on the side profile of the mouth, there is a line to go back to there. You can see it's not matching there. Okay. Right, okay, so, wow, the line is quite long, actually. Oh, and on the return here, use your tool to give it a tug. Can you see? There's a tug there. Do it on the other side. Okay, once you've done that, then the line is kind of like from down and then up. So I would give it, wow, it's quite long from there. So I mark it first lightly, always mark, don't know if you guys can see, mark your paste really lightly, so when you don't like it, at least you can hide it afterward. So if you do it really deep line straight away, you cannot correct it afterward. And then a little bit higher than where you have done the tuck there, mark a line there. So it's a line, and then you want to go up and then come down. It's like a gentle curve. So I'm going to do it facing me, and then when I finish, I'm going to show you guys. So it's like this. And then do backward. Okay, so you want to do that on the other side. So I will look at it face on and then mark same level where I want that line to be. Ooh. So that when you face on, it's not too wonky. And then I'll do the same kind of there. So I'm going to draw it and then show you guys. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, out of the get rid of all the lines, and then I probably make the front more obvious, and then I will use your finger, follow the nose, give it a definition there, like that, and then the eye, maybe I use the ball tool, give it a little gentle curve there. So what I want is, I want a gentle eye socket there. I mean, obviously the eye is not that big, but I think it will look nicer. Can you see? So it's like a teardrop shape. And then you don't want it too obvious. So you get rid of all the sharp lines. Then do it on the other side as well. Okay. So it's like that. And then use some edible bubble. You can use small or big. I will try to find 2 edible bubble which is similar size. I mean, sometimes they come in, because they are kind of like machine made, they might be slightly different sizes, and then you got one eye bigger than the other. Okay, I think this one is alright. I mean, you can use a black paste to make bubble, but I use that. And then use water to mark out where your eye is, to see if you're happy it is there. I think I'm okay with that. Okay. Oh. Once you are happy with it, then press it down. You want it flat to the surface. I I still give it a squish. So press more. Because the front of the bird, although it's an extinct bird, but there are kind of photograph of it. So like that. It's kind of buried, the eye on the side. Like that. Okay. Then I want to give it some color. Oh, yes, the wing. Forgot the wing. Okay, if I do it like this, you guys can see better. Get a ball. Same again, you will want this tool, like how we did that. I think it's something like that. And then make one more for the other side. Thank you, Polly. Okay, now we will add more water. Once you press it down, use that tool. I mean, you don't want it too long because it is tiny, tiny little wing. You want it to give it some movement, so you don't want it like flat on the body. And then find the same kind of level, put the other side on. In the Wonderland series, it's supposed to have hand coming out from there. I mean, how long is this video? Wow, it's 2 hours already, so I might not put I'm thinking not to put the hand. It depends. You guys let me know. Is this video too long already? If it is not too long, I will quickly add the hands come out from the body. So let me know if you guys want me to continue. I would like a little... Well, I'm waiting for you guys to give me an answer. I'm going to make a little bowler head. Top hat? I don't know what you call it. Come on, guys. Shall I make the hand coming out from there? Not too long for me. So, okay, roll out a ball. Okay, let's have a little bit more. Beth, Eileen, not for anyone else. I mean, Polly, it's really late for you now. You still want to watch? Yes, please. I mean, it's 149 people. So I need some more answer. Let me know. Shall I make the hand coming out? Right, what I'm making, I don't know if you can see, I'm out of the picture. Okay. I'm making a little head for him. Roll out a sausage. Cut it to make it like sharp. Sharp. Use your knife, because once you cut it, it creates a curve. Use your knife to push it backward so that it gives you a good edge. Don't have my thing here, so you can always use your ruler to roll it out. I'm making a hat for him right now while I'm waiting for you guys. More answer for you guys. I'm making cookies and enjoying listening to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for staying for so long, watching the whole video. This is the longest. Yes, so this is a simplified one already. So you can see if I want to do much more, it will be much more detailed. I mean, this is a quick DoDo. Like I said earlier, I am going to set up a Patreon account. And on that, it will have more detailed video. There. Okay, so roll it out. Right, you don't want it too thin because it flops. Then I need a small round cutter. Oh, I don't. Do I have the cutter with me? Is it too big? Right, often when I don't have the cutter, I just look around if there's anything small enough. Okay, let me go and grab. Oh, it's here. I'm looking for the car. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, that one is cuter. Give you a little cute hat. Okay, then I will make the hand. So let me finish this first. Choose a good side. I think this is a good side. Squash it a little. Oh, I dropped everything. Okay, right, I don't have my smoother here, so I'm going to use the lid to squash it. So a little top hat. Okay. Then because it's curved, right? So you use the ball to give it a, actually put it on the table, slight curve in the middle. I think I need a bigger one. Right, when you use corn flour, don't worry if you think, oh, how I'm going to get rid of the corn flour after. You can use some steam, you know, and then steam it, and then it will disappear. Ooh, there then. Oh, hello. Quite dapper. Okay, let me grab more black paste. Want the head taller. So squeeze the bottom in. I want it a bit of a shape. Squeeze the bottom in. Okay. Okay, let me get some black paste. Oh. Right. I am using Saracino modeling paste, everyone. So, for the hand, you want to do it before you put that on, but because I wasn't going to do it, but now I changed my mind, I always do that. Hi Lina. Hi, thank you for tuning in. Right, move them up a little. But you won't see anyway, because it hide. So you want to two sausage, basically. And you want it tiny, because this is from Alice in the Wonderland, so it's kind of like fantasy thing. I think like that. So you want sausage, and then you want it like that, and then I will cut it at an angle. Got fluff there. This is what I hate. You kind of like have it so perfect, and then you got fluff, and then you have to dent on the paste. Anyway, okay. And then you want to see. I think that is a bit long anyway. Okay. So I will cut it even shorter. That's one side, and then you want the same on the other side. Okay. And then you want your white paste again to make some sort of, I don't know. Oh, actually, I don't need to. And then you want a bottle. Like that. Okay, and then be back in a second. Right now, I just went to pick up some skin color. Saracino skin color. Because oh, you know what? The hand should be white because he's wearing white gloves. Sorry guys. Okay. Right, get some paste. He have I think he's holding a stick. Maybe a thick one. Yeah, he's holding a stick. So we will do that. Get rid of all the crease. Cornflour. Right. Press one side. And then cut there. Then cut again. Too thick. Then in the middle, there and there. So round up. I mean, you won't even see it because it's kind of like holding a stick. Is it this one? Yeah. Right. So once you do that, we're doing a tiny, tiny little hand. Then you flatten it even more. And then find your palm. And then go like this. Or you can use a tool. I think it's a bit fat. And then you want to bend the finger down. Same again on the other side. Flatten it. Cut there and there. Cut in the middle. Right, if your finger is too thick, just give it another cut. Make it thinner. Tiny, tiny, tiny little hand. I don't know, 5 fingers? I don't know. I don't really know. Same again, flatten it. And then squeeze. Okay. Oh, don't worry. I make the same side then. Silly me. That way then. Okay. It's a bit dirty. Never mind, you won't see it. Okay, so that's that. I have some wire here. So to make it more secure, I prefer to, when there's joints, I will put some sort of wires on there. Right, so find your left and right. I think I'm happy with that one. Some water. Put the in the hole. Put some water there, and then make sure it's the correct way when you put your wire in. There. Okay, that's the hand there, and then put a bit of water there and on the side. Now this, you need to be careful because if you touch the body, then the color will go onto the body, and then it's hard to, hard to clean it. So on the side it look like this. And then your hand, I will cut a wire for him. Think a bit there. I need that. Right, for the top of the wire, because I don't want it poke through the hand, I will give it a little rounded hook. Look like that. And then put some water. Look like he's holding a stick. Okay, so do that again for the other side. Same again, hold and then put it in. Put some water in. And then make sure that how you want your hand. He's just resting his hand on the other one, so. His hand not so happy, but he's okay. So same again, you want, I'll move the hand in a minute. Water there and on the side. And then go under. Okay, so that's that. Now we are going to color the beak just with some black coloring. Oh my god, this is such a long demo. I'm going to use black gel color, just any food black gel coloring will do. I am using another brush. This is for water. Okay, and I'm going to use it straight from, okay, my brush. Got from the lid. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Oh. And then I think on the underneath, the other beak have a little as well. Quite dapper, isn't it? He's going to a ball or something later. Tea party with Alice. Oh my god, my hand is shaking. If the paste is a bit like thick, you can always just dilute it with a bit of water. Right, I can't do it like this because I need to do it like this. I'll turn it around when I finish that little bit. Just want to make sure both sides is the same. Hi, someone who just joined me. Thank you for leaving me a message. Wow, that was a mission because my hand is shaking. Okay, it's like this. Oh, I think that need to go down a little. Right, okay, so I am going to give him a little bit of color. And when I finish, I'm going to paint the stick as well, but with here, I am not going to paint it. I'm not going to leave it like that. But I'm just going to do that. Okay, now we are going to add a little bit of color. Just a tiny little bit on the edges of his feather. I have this painter's container. I got it from Hobbycraft. I think £3 for two or £2 for two. I can't remember. But sometimes if you're lucky, you can get it from Pound Shop. And often, when I mix the edible color dust and the leftover, I'll put it in this pot. But these pots are good, but sometimes they are very hard to open. Okay. So I will have a bit of tissue there. And then I just add it on the edge. You see, with the dust, it always picked up all the lines. Let me give it a little bit more dimension. Should have do the dust before I do the head, but it's okay. Oh my god. Ah. Let me pick up my brush. Okay, so let me turn the camera back around. Actually, let me close this first. Accident. Right, I don't know if you can see me. Oh no, what happened? Technical. Oh my god. Okay, why so dark? That's better. Okay, thank you for sticking and watch. My god, look, my face is sweating. Thank you for staying and watch till the end of this demo. I mean, it is really long. I mean, I can do so much more to him, but as this is just a basic demo, I'm going to finish it like this. So if you like this video, please share it, like it, and share it to your friends and family. Thank you for sticking by, and stay tuned for my Patreon membership announcement, and hopefully I will see you guys there. Thank you for watching. I will see you next Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.